Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Yeah. Good morning. Oh, let me turn on my camera. I was busy. Oh, let me sit up right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition. See you in the morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be back in the building with y'all one more time. Now, in case you were wondering what see you in the morning is, it's my horrible idea to get up every morning and give y'all way too much of my personal business. Just to be spouting off stuff that's going on in my everyday life. Got no reason to do it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I don't even know why we're at this point of my life. I don't know how my career got to here, but this is where we are now. So that's what we do. We get up here in the morning and we just talk too much. Y'all don't say anything because it's not y'all type. Y'all might type too much, but y'all really don't type anything about y'all personal. But every now and again, y'all do. Y'all do sometimes get in here and put y'all personal business out there. But it's mostly about me. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before, you found it not robbery to come back and watch one more time, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Y'all hold on for a second. Just make some minor adjustments, shut some doors and stuff, then I'll be back. There I am back, right back, like I never left. Today is Monday. If this is your first time watching the show, you're probably wondering what happened. I just walked off. Any of those things can happen on this show at any time. It is a natural occurrence on this show. I walk off. I just leave. So any of those things can happen. But I did it, and here I am. And now I'm back. This show goes in a lot of directions. Usually, one of the main directions it goes in is left. But let me go ahead and explain to y'all what we got going on. Do some things that are natural on this show. The only thing I do consistently on the show that I do every time is I say good morning to those who speak to me. If you found it not Robert, if you reach down deep in your inner Shondo and say good morning to me, well, the least I can do is say good morning back. And that's what I do. I do the least. So I'm gonna go ahead and say good morning back. Now, the first 3 people that speak to me in the morning get the mythical morning medals. Ain't nothing you can do with them. You can't pawn them. You can't melt them down and get money with them, but you got the feeling inside that you are a medal winner. So let me go ahead and get those out. I'm reading some of these. I think some of them are off a little bit. But anyway, the bronze medal this morning goes to TT, Tiny and Tasty. Crystal Pinnell, good morning, TT. Silver goes to the Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. And I think my man Snoop was trying to say good morning. He must have been saying it on autocorrect, must have jumped in because he said Gmail. So what confused me was that I actually went and checked my email to see what he had sent me, but I think he was just trying to say good morning. Sometimes artificial intelligence ain't the most. Artificial intelligence sometimes ain't that bright, ain't that intelligent at all, and fast food happens to be the slowest food that we can ever get. But good morning, Snoop, with the gold, Courtney with the silver, Crystal with the bronze, almost getting the medal, but not quite. My man Keith Brown, downtown Keith Brown with the aluminum fourth. Back in the country, my girl Michelle McKinney. Good morning, Michelle. Emmy time, Emmy place. The good P, Patricia Pippin, got all the P in the building. Marche with her nasty self. She's here this morning. Franita, Crystal Sex Appeal is in the morning. Dolores, Lisa, Wilberta, Slim, all the way from Texas. Chicago's finest, LeBaron Burton. You should be getting popcorn ready. They got a Democratic National Convention out there. You should be selling popcorn at a level never before sold. I'm looking forward to hearing about your successful popcorn campaign. My Kimberly, good morning. JD, don't call me Martin Luther King, is in here this morning. Z Rogers, good morning. Jackie say a prayer to all the teachers and staff back today. All right, we got you. Betty, good morning. Ida, good morning. Did I say hi to you already, Delisa? Well, if I didn't, good morning. Delisa, good morning. And Joyce Brown, good morning. Uh-oh, I'm frozen. Look at me, not moving at all. Just a froze on up. Hopefully y'all can still hear me, even if you can't see me. Hopefully y'all can hear me. My computer's been acting real glitchy the last few days. Got to get AI in the building and make sure things are working. Let's see. Okay, so it is still working. All right, let's go here. Let's go back here. Let's do this right here. Let's get y'all back a picture. Y'all need to be able to see me in all my glory. You need to be able to see your brother in all his glory this morning. So let me get myself back with a video. Christine, good morning. Stars, thank you for being able to hear me. I'm glad to see that y'all can still hear me. Look, I can even change the thing. Y'all just can't see me. I'm coming though.
Just give me a quick second. There I is. Y'all see me. So let's get this out of here. We don't need that. Let's move that right there. Y'all can hear me. That's all that matters. That y'all can hear me. We'll come back to this guy in a little bit. Anyway, so today is Monday. Usually on Mondays, I do my weekend recap. I recap the weekend. Y'all see the Denver Broncos stuff on the wall. Mondays, I recap my weekend, try to go over it. Light weekend this weekend. I only had one show. Big shout outs to Omega Sapphire over in Yorktown. They gave me a ride. They didn't give me a ride. I gave me a gig. I did a private event for a segment of individuals. It was some real money in there. Big shout outs to former Mayor of Portsmouth, Kenny Wright. He was in the building. Tried to heckle me a little bit. I let it ride though. I didn't get on him like I could. Pause. I could have got on him, but I didn't. So big shout out to my man Kenny Wright. He was in the building.
So many other people that were in the building. So light weekend. One show only. But what we did get this weekend is that I now know education is in full swing. Today's Monday. What I want to talk about today is it's an educational show. Today's show is all about education. Jackie Bonner came in. She said we got to pray for the teachers as they return back into the building. And that's good. A lot of teachers all over the country have already gone back into the building. In some places, even the kids are back in the building. So we had to decide. So today's episode is an education episode. Now, there's been a lot of talk on the interwebs about education. A lot of people have been talking about education. I've seen a lot of things been said. We've even discussed them here on this show. First thing that I saw that I want to discuss today is I've seen a lot of people been discussing whether or not we should be assistant teachers and putting stuff in their classrooms. I seen it now. There's a popular meme that goes on, and there was people that were saying these teachers been going to see Usher and going on cruises and trips all year, and now they're gonna ask us to help them put stuff in their classroom. They should have used that Usher money. Let me explain something to y'all. Some of y'all may not have ever been working in the classroom. You may not have ever been educators, but I personally feel like an educator's money is not being made to put back into the classroom. They work all year for their own money. That's their money. They ain't got no business paying for little Sambo and little Tata Taniques educational stuff. You've been going to stuff all year. Why would y'all feel if the teachers put back out there Y'all been going out to eat, going all out. No need for y'all to get no backpack giveaway now. I seen some people go to 4-5 backpack giveaways. You going and go see every backpack. How many backpacks do you need? You've been to every backpack giveaway in the country. But you was at crab balls and everything else. No, their work money, what they work for is not to reinvest in the classroom. That's not what that money is for. That's not what it is. Them kids come in, support your own kids. For the most part, you can send your kids back to school with $50 worth of stuff. That's where we are in today's society. We don't need a whole lot of pencils and pens and ink pens and all that stuff. At this point in time, $50 can cover sending your kid back to school. As far, not clothing wise, no. But as far as school supplies, $50, that's gonna cover your whole year supplies. My son's back to school list, I think they needed 4 packs of paper for the year. Know what they told them? We need 4 packs of paper. Nobody use no paper. Get a couple of packs of pencils, 4 packs of paper. Need a couple of binders, and that was it. Now, where you end up finding teachers need a little bit more than anything else, they be asking for wipes and hand sanitizer and Lysol wipes and stuff of that nature. Now, should the school systems provide a lot more of that? Probably. They don't have that in the budget a lot of times. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Asking teachers, a lot of times in the past, it was hard for teachers to get paper. They ain't have enough paper for the teachers. So I know they ain't just gonna be out there going all crazy on the hand sanitizer budget. The Lysol wipe budget ain't even gonna do it. But $50, you can take care of your kids for. I dare to say maybe 25. It just depends if they gotta go and get the binders and stuff. The book bag might run you a dub on its own. But as far as supplies are concerned, you ain't spending more than $50 on supplies. Calm it down. Take care of that child's supplies. Might have got time to be hearing your excuses. Get them supplies for that kid. Good morning, Dane. Star said my son's supply list $35. $35. You ain't spending no real money. Ask your teacher first. Yeah, some stuff you don't need. Terry said you can drop $150 on supplies. The teachers could. The teachers might, but that's with them getting all kinds of that's with them getting all kinds of stuff. That's with them buying, like some maybe some pencil sharpeners or trying to make sure that they got stuff covered for the whole class. That's because they're trying to get a whole class of kids covered, not just one. But you can do one. Most kids are on computers now. Most kids are on computers. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Supplies are minimal. In the year of our Lord 2024, they using Chromebooks. Supplies are minimal. So if you one of them people who feel like they shouldn't be helping the teachers get stuff for the classroom, bury yourself. That's all I got to say about that. That one right there. These teachers need all the help they can get. If you know a teacher, support a teacher, no matter what it is. I got to get something for my man Allen as he's starting his journey. Oh man, thank you, Citizen Wright. Citizen Wright was at the show yesterday. I was at. He tried to heckle me a little bit, but I was ready for him. I handled him. Great guy. Every church and city hall in America giving out stuff. Now that's one thing I will say. I done seen so many backpack and back to school giveaways. It's crazy. So many backpacks and back to school giveaways. I don't understand. First of all, it's become a lazy giveaway now. I love the concern people have, but now it's become a lazy giveaway. People now are willing to give away book bags and pencils and pens because it's cheap. Last year, I'm on the Title I board. Title I was like, we don't want no more book bags. Don't give us no more book bags. The last few years that I worked in the schools, we had so many book bags, and we just had book bags stored up in a closet. We didn't need all the book bags. It didn't have enough book bags. Now the lunch money thing is big. Lunch money is dependent upon the school system. So fortunately, but unfortunately, Portsmouth, the city that I live in, everybody's a Title I school, which means all the kids eat free lunch. All the kids eat free lunch. So they do that. Marche, somebody wants to know how they can donate to the fund for your lunch money kids. I remember one year I definitely went and had a fundraiser to pay for the delinquent account for all the kids. Kids had bad lunch credit. They lunch credit was bad. So I went and I paid that down to zero. One year my church paid for the whole school system's delinquent lunch bills. So now we're a little bit different. It's a little different than that. I've done a teacher appreciation a few years where we've had on the first day, we've had breakfast for the teachers. I've done that. I've done a lot of stuff. I sat back and thought about it. Just the other day, I was sitting there thinking about some of the things that I've done or I've been a part of or helped spearhead for other people. So you got to look out for the teachers. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you take care of them teachers. Make sure you find out what your kid needs, because every kid don't need everything. Sometimes it's better to help fund than it is to actually get it. Like this book bag thing, a lot of school systems are now doing clear book bags. So you got to go ahead. I'm not doing anything for Duke men's basketball, Terry. Never will I ever. Never will I ever. Now, since we're talking about high schools include high school sports. Sports happen, and people are spectators at sports games in high school. Now, the culture of how things happen at your school really depends on the culture of your school. My daughter went to high school. She went to an affluent male-based high school. It was a private school. It was affluent. It was male-based. The very first game I went to when she got there in the 6th grade, I went to one of the football games. I'm a big fan of sports, football in particular. I love I love going to high school football games. So I went to her first high school football game. I've been going to high school football games since I played in high school. I went, and when I walked up to the stadium, I couldn't find the ticket booth. So I just kind of stood there trying to see where other people were getting their tickets. I also couldn't find where they were taking tickets. So I was really confused. Come to find out, all the games are free. You can just walk into the stadium, you go in, enjoy yourself, have a good time. The kids were there. There was a level of safety. The kids were able to go. The younger kids who weren't paying attention to the game, they had the soccer field in the back. Those kids went and played on the soccer field. They were just having a ball. It was just a great family environment. I got in there, I felt safe. Conversely, when I go to games in my own home city or even some of the other cities in the area, I sat at the games. I sit at the games. You can't pay attention to the game. You can't give 100% to the game because you got to keep your head on a swivel because you don't know who's gonna start fighting. You don't know who's gonna start cussing and doing all that kind of stuff, right? It's just a weird experience. The kids cussing and their behaviors and the stuff that you hear these kids say, the kids smoking and vaping and the language, the outfits, the parents acting a fool. Like you just never know. You can't pay 100% attention to the game. You got to keep your head on a swivel because you got to know what's going to happen. So recently, one of the school systems came up with a new policy for safety. There's been shootings in the parking lots after games. There's been all kinds of just tomfoolery. So they came up with a new policy. I posted the policy online the other day, and a lot of people were upset. This is the no bags policy. Bags of any kind are prohibited from all Portsmouth Public Schools athletic events, including but not limited to book bags, backpacks, purses, handbags, fanny packs, camera bags, diaper bags, plastic bags, duffel bags, clear bags, etc. bags. Attendees are encouraged to leave your bag at home. Put a note at the bottom. Portsmouth Public Schools is not responsible for any articles left in vehicles during school events. So don't come and bring the bag and leave the bag in the car and it gets stolen. Because we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. No bags. Parents, people were going crazy. People were like, whoa, this is too much. We can't do this. How they gonna do it? They upset about rules. People can't accept rules. It's a rule. Well, they should let us get clear bags. Well, what about? And then people started saying stuff. Listen, people, this is the rule. The rule is in place for the safety of the kids that are at the games. And if you saying, well, people are like, well, I'm not gonna go. Well, if you let not being able to carry your purse to the game stop you from going, you ain't want to go support the kids anyway. Here's what I don't understand. And it may be coming from a male point of view. This may be a very male-centered comment, but I'm going to make it anyway. I've gone to games for years of my life. I'm 40 years old, 42. And I ain't never took a person to a game. I ain't never had to take no bag. I ain't never had to take no fanny pack, no bag. And I've been enjoying games for years. Ladies, what is it? What do you have to have at the game that you can't just not take a bag? And so now women will come with all kinds of stuff. Well, what if it's my time of the month? I mean, put the P&P, pads in pockets. Find you a dress with pockets, some pants with some pockets, and put your pads in your pockets. And the pockets ain't gonna kill you. I don't really. That's gonna be bulky. Okay. Put your pads in your pockets. Anybody gonna stop you? Then people always come on. I don't like the policy. What about people with oxygen tanks? You really think they're gonna tell people you can't bring your oxygen tank in the game? High school football ain't worth death. They ain't gonna tell Grandma Jackie to leave her. Man, you can't bring your oxygen tank in. Here's the problem with diaper bag. You keep forgetting y'all are talking as reasonable adults. The people who watch my show mostly are reasonable, intelligent adults. That's not what the rule is for. The rule is not for the reasonable, intelligent adults. It's not what the rule is for. The rule is for all y'all ignorance. It's the ignorant people that the problem is. Because once they let one person bring in a diaper bag, now everybody's gonna have a diaper bag. Everybody's gonna have a diaper bag. Once you let one person in with a diaper bag, who makes the differentiation between a diaper bag and not a diaper bag? Does it only become a diaper bag once you put a diaper in it? Then once you put a diaper bag, now they're gonna have everything that they want in the world. They're gonna put everything in that diaper bag. I'm telling, especially when you start talking about the young people. You had diaper bags with no child. They try to put rules in place. I'm telling you, this is the problem. No matter what the rule is, they break the rules. Every time. I've seen it every time. I watch as they have a rule that school-age children have to be at the game with an adult. With an adult. Every time I've gone to a game, I've seen adults outside pick up a group of kids. How many of y'all kids need an adult to be with? And then they let all these kids in, knowing that once they get in the game, they're not going to be responsible for these kids. A simple rule, kids should be with an adult. And yet and still, you got parents that don't know where their kids are. Their kids are wandered up to the game. These games start at night. So you got your kid up there at night, just wandering, or you done dropped this kid off, either not knowing the rule or not caring about the rule. And they done found some willing adult that's just outside to let them in. Every rule you put out there, they figure out a way to break it. They're going to figure out a way to try to break this bag rule. Oh, this ain't a book bag. This is my diaper bag. I keep diapers in here. Diapers in a 9mm. You ain't no baby in sight. Oh, it's my little brother's baby. I'm carrying the diaper bag for him. You put these people that's working at the gate through too much. Because the ignorance, because listen, niggerdom happens all over the world, and it happens at a rate that you can't even imagine. So they just decided we're not gonna deal with any of it. No bags. We're not gonna sit here to try to figure out if this is the colostomy bag's the only bag you can bring in. If they not tethered to your, if it's not tethered to your testicular area, if that bag ain't connected correctly to your kidney, we ain't got it. You could put and here's the thing, Courtney. We can't make, and now our leaders, I'm hoping that the leaders can stand firm on this. Because if we save the life of one person, if we save one kid from getting stab shot, if we can keep drugs out of the game just for that amount of time, the weed and the vape pens, we can keep those out just for that limited amount of time, we doing great. I hope that the powers that be don't loosen their grip. Because what ends up happening is you got 3 parents that'll go down there and act crazy. Y'all seen Lean on Me. The school was doing great. Just that one mom with the bad mouth, she went down there and she got the whole thing tore up. She got Joe Clark put in jail, all of that from one lady. And that's what the school system will do a lot of times. The powers that be will put in a good a system that's good, a program that's good, and one person will go and they'll complain, and you'll scrap the whole system because one person complained. I want you to go to any high school football game in the country and tell me how many babies is at that game. Compared to people that are going to the game. If you got 1,000 people at the game, it may be 2 babies. I'm talking about changeable babies. Because most people ain't bringing a baby and letting them sit outside. Most of these games happen in the wintertime. They happen in elements. You're not taking that baby to that game. You ain't taking that baby to that game. 9 out of 10 times, babies don't go to the games. Now, you may have toddlers, young kids. I get it. They ain't taking that baby to the game. I seen somebody yesterday say, here's a smart thing to do. Tell them no bags and then sell diapers at the concession stand. Get you a pack of Huggies at the concession stand. It will cost less for them to buy a pack of diapers and some wipes and leave them at the concession stand. If you got a baby emergency, you can stop right by there. Diapers available at the concession stand, free. Yeah, free diaper. Now you're going to be all night, but my baby needs a special butt wipe. Desitin. My baby only wears, your baby going to either hold it or wear these Food Line Pampers a day. That's how we get in there and we work on that. All I'm saying is the rule is set forth. I'm gonna tell y'all what here's a statement that I need to make that I don't think people get. Don't be mad at the rule. Be mad at the people who made the rule necessary. I'm gonna say it again. Don't be mad at the rule. Be mad at the people who made the rule necessary. This is not the problem. The fact that you let your kids run wild and act the fool, that's where the problem is. This ain't the problem. This is reactionary. This is a reaction to your heathen children. Parent. And I hate to say this, but ain't no difference between them kids at that Mayo-based private school and the regular kids. Why is it that we don't have to have this rule at the Mayo-based private school? They ain't even flooding the streets with security. I have gone, my daughter went there 6 years. 6 years, no fight, no altercation. I ain't even seen nobody raise their voice at each other. That's who you got to be mad at. And I want better for my people. I want people to be able to know that you can go to a public school and be safe at the game just like you can at a private school. You ain't got to worry about fights, and you can carry your bag. You can do whatever you need to. Don't be mad at the rule. Be mad at those who made the rule necessary. And that's that. You want to get mad? Be mad at Lolo Quisha and them dropping their kids off at the game, and the kids is out there acting a fool. That's who you need to be mad at. Be able to talk to those kids that's out there cussing and fussing and doing all that crazy stuff. Be able to be like, hey man, that ain't how you behave. But they don't know. We got right now, this is who you got to be mad at. You got to be mad at we got members on city council who, when seeing the rules set forth by the school board, got up there and said, I think the rule is terrible. You got to let kids be kids. Do you realize who's dying in our streets? It's the kids. The kids is killing the kids. I don't understand. Just let the kids be kids. What? Y'all forget that we was once kids. Yeah, but we ain't kill everybody. And kids still need rules and boundaries. You have to raise children, raise them up, set them guidelines. And when you realize that they can't function just wide open, then you sit there, you say, hey, this is what you do. When you put that guideline in place, you need to ask the teachers how they feel about it. That's the only people that need to be asked. Is the teachers, coaches, players, administrators of the school. You ask them how y'all feel about it. Y'all okay with it? Then we okay with it. Nobody care what Lolo Quisha say. These are people that are dealing with it. Second part of this education thing, and I don't know if I can put the video up, but I posted it the other day, and I think it's a wonderful idea. There's some school systems now have gone to a system where they have pouches. School system become cell phone free zones. You can't have no cell phones. The state of Virginia is going through where they want us to have a state policy where schools are from bell to bell, no cell phones. You can't have any cell phones from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. Some school systems are taking that a step even further. They now provide kids with a pouch. You put the phone in the pouch locks, and you can't unlock it unless you go to the little thing like when you be trying to not steal stuff from TJ Maxx, and they put it across a little magnet and it unlocks it, and they can take it out at the end of the day. They got little stations where you can take it out at the end of the day. Lock them up. Parents is upset. No, not my baby. My baby needs his phone. Why? We went to school. I went to school 15, 16 years of high school, and ain't never had to use the phone. There's nothing I couldn't do without going to the office to call my mom. And we survived. They had a payphone in the school when I went to high school, but ain't nobody use it. The policy is for during the instructional day. So from the first bell of the day to the last bell of the day. No cell phone. You can unlock it at the end of the day. Yeah, well, I think that's extreme. You know why it's extreme? Because they've told you in the policy your kids can't bring phones to school, and you still sent the phone to school. You still sent the phone to school. They told them they need to leave it in the locker. And you know what? They still got it on their person. I've seen more videos when a teacher has confiscated a phone, the kid going and fighting the teacher. And not only that, again, don't be mad at the rule. Be mad at the reason why the rule is in place. Because now these parents don't back the teachers when they listen, I told little John to stay off the phone, so I took it from him. Don't you take John's phone. I pay that phone bill. I tell him when he can. Here's the problem. So because of you, ma'am, now everybody's phone got to get locked up. Now, I'm not insensitive. I have a child that's still in lower education. He's going into the 8th grade this year. I have one that's in college now. I'm not insensitive to the fear. Parents be like, well, what about a school shooting? Let me be very clear. School shootings are horrible. One school shooting is way too many. We have one school shoot, that's too many. However, comma, if we want to take away the sensationalism of it, we want to take away from the sensationalism of it, we really don't have active shooters every day. We might see one once every 3 to 5 years. Here's the situation though. When we have an active shooter off campus, or when we have an active shooter near the campus, here's the thing. Ain't nothing they can do to get you. You ain't Captain Save 'em. The school has procedures and policies in place to handle all of those events. The school has procedures and policies in place. You want to try to supersede the procedures and policies. They train the kids on what to do. These are the procedures. This is how we do it. Teachers, you do this, you do this, you do this. Us having to go back, them having to deal with you coming up to the school is a whole nother problem. If we can be honest, people are like, well, how am I going to know? Everybody's going to know. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be here. It's going to be there. The word is going to get out. You're going to know. They're like, well, my child has the diabetes. It's got the sugars. First of all, stop feeding them. Second, they already have provisions for kids who need it for medical reasons. They get the same kind of pouch. It just doesn't lock. It's Velcro. Take it out. Bam. Now, the way that diabetes is running through our schools, if there was ever an active shooter, it's going to be at least 4 kids in the classroom. It's going to be at least 4 kids in the classroom with the diabetes that's going to go ahead and tap it. Shannon said, you'll get a robocall. That secretary, in a life or death situation, the first thing that secretary has to do is put out a robocall. Stop it. Your child does not need their phone during the school day. Again, I speak this as a parent of a child in school going into the 8th grade. He has a cell phone. First of all, I may be against the grain. I didn't even get my child a cell phone until he got in the 6th grade. He had to get solidly in the 6th grade before I even let him get a cell phone. But he takes that cell phone to school, and he already knows he better not use that cell phone during school. He puts that cell phone in his locker. I've had more days where we had to go back for him to get his cell phone because he left it in his locker at the end of the day. 2nd grade don't need no cell phone. But that's a parent thing. But tell you what, the kids do it. I had, and this is how I know that now these parents are just not trying to make any kind of sense. I posted it on my Facebook. I had a young lady in my Facebook who works in the school. She's in there every day. She said, I'm all for them locking these cell phones up because here's what happens in school. She said, this is what I see in my school on a daily basis. iPhones. A lot of these kids have iPhones. They have a function on iPhone that you can airdrop, which means I can send something just over the internet or over Bluetooth to everybody in the area. To everybody in the area. To send it to everybody in the area. So they are airdropping inappropriate comments. They're airdropping videos that they've been searching for online all day. They airdropping videos. She said they airdropping a video of a student getting shot, a video of young ladies doing inappropriate things in the bathroom. They sending out a group text. Yo, everybody meet in the bathroom at this time. This is when we're gonna smoke. They sending out group text. Hey, yo, this is the call in. We all going in to jump somebody. You going about your day. Do. They done send out a text. Yo, jump Twan at 12:01. We all gonna meet them. All of this stuff. They literally communicating that way, making it easier for them to communicate. She's like, take the phone. I had a parent say, that's not gonna stop them from doing that. This literally will stop them. It'll literally stop them from communicating via phone. Now, it may not stop the behavior. Girls may still be doing inappropriate things in the bathroom, but you're not gonna be sending out child pornography over the airwaves. Now, if it happens after school, it happens after school. They're gonna have to figure out a better way to be coordinated. You know how they can coordinate jumping somebody by all being in class? If they all in class, none of that's happening. It's a lot harder to pass a note than it is to drop a text message. These are just facts. Taking those cell phones out helps. Now, Dion said the phone is like a drug. Absolutely. But you know what happens when people go to jail that are on drugs? That first week they buck because they body ain't used to it, their mind ain't used to it. But after a while, you reassess. You get loose. You make sure you know how to act. Once you give these kids these rules, these kids, their first week, they're, oh no, I can't live without my phone. I need it. Oh. Then after a week of not having a phone, they be like, hey, you know, that's just the rule. I don't have no phone. You get used to it. People get used to stuff when that's the rule. I remember when the shipyard first was like, you can't have phones with cell phones with cameras on them. People like, but my phone, my precious pictures. They like, so do you want to work here or no? People found a way to find the one iPhone that didn't have no camera on it. People found what it was that they need to do. You'll be okay. People come up, my child uses their phone as a calculator. Buy them a calculator. Better yet, teach them how to add. Teach them how to multiply. They got Chromebooks. All the kids using Chromebooks. The Chromebook has a calculator on it. You know these kids is taking pictures of tests, airdropping answers all over the place. They becoming way more creative with their cheating. You cannot give me, here's the thing, weighing the pros and cons. You can't even give me any pros for having a cell phone in school. Everything that you're coming up with is a hypothetical. What if there's a school shooting? I don't think phones come with bullets in them. I've been trying to use my cell phone as a protected device, and it doesn't work. It ain't used. That's just how it goes. Nobody can give me the pro of having a phone in school during the instructional day. Now, end of the day, yes, it becomes more convenient. School ends at 2 o'clock. I say let them use the phone at 1:55. I say 1:55. Let them use the phone at 1:55. That way, if you need to call and set up your ride, or if you need to use it to set up the ride or whatever, Harold, I agree. If you need to see their location, they can. The location, I think when you cut your phone off, your location still can go, so that you still know where they are. You gotta learn to you gotta have a better kid. Again, that's not the rule. Be mad at the rule. If you just need to know where your kid is, what makes you not trust that your kid is in school? When I drop my kid off at school, I know that's where he's gonna be. He's gonna be in school. Now that's a kids being kids. Kids will sneak away from school and do something. That is a kid being a kid. Because I ain't gonna lie, I cut class, left out when I was at the old Wilson. It was a neighborhood behind it. We walk back there in that neighborhood. We just be out there. Ain't nothing to do. We just going out there and hang. I remember when I was in high school, I went to another school senior assembly. Stuck right on in their school. Well, I'm all the way across town. I ain't got no business being there. So yeah, I give you that. You know their location. Send me your location and kids gonna kid. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But the safety of all is more important than the comfort of one. The safety of all is more important than the comfort of one. I said it, I mean it. If you're a parent that's upset, because they don't want your kids using cell phones during the school day, you part of the problem. Part of the problem. I said it. I meant it. And that's that. We can wrap the show up at this point. Let me give y'all the word of the day, and then we out. Overall, though, teachers going back to school, man, find a way to care about a teacher today. Find a way to care about a teacher today. Teachers go through enough rigmarole and stuff. Teachers go through enough stuff. If they're already in school, man, y'all send a prayer for them, a kind word. They're overworked, underpaid. They're overworked, underpaid. Try to find a way to be like, hey, man, that's good. Say something positive to your teacher. Don't let the first interaction you have with your child's teacher be something negative. Don't let the first interaction that you have with your child's teacher be a negative one. Let your first interaction be like, hey, I'm Mr. So-and-so. Hey, man, I just want to thank you for the work that you're going to do, man. If you need any help, if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. So many people start off their relationships with their teachers on a contentious basis. You ain't said nothing good. You ain't met the teacher until they call you to tell you that little Lionel Richie's been dancing on the ceiling. And then you wonder why y'all don't get along. ECSU and SU appreciate the water. Yes, I did. I did take pictures, but I should have posted them. Thank you all for all the water that y'all got. I still will be doing another water run to NSU and probably the ECSU too, Snoop. So I'll let you know about that. But we already took the water to them. Thank you so much for the water, cases of water. The kids were great. I made the kids at Norfolk State come outside to get their own water off the truck. It was great. Today's word of the day is lethargic. Lethargic. Lethargic describes people who feel a lack of energy or a lack of interest in doing things. It is sometimes used figuratively as in a sluggish and lethargic economy. The jet lag from their week-long international honeymoon left them feeling lethargic for a few days. Lethargic. Sometimes I wake up lethargic. I don't feel like doing it. I lack energy and interest in doing the show. But you guys always fuel me. You give me energy. Y'all make me feel like doing the show. And then my interest is right back. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for all y'all do. It's another magnificent Monday, man. Another magical Monday. Y'all know how we feel about Mondays. We let Monday be the day that pushes us all the way through the week. We master our Monday so that when Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and them see what we did the Monday, they be like, oh, no, we don't have a chance. He's on the good side. He's doing things. He's making life great. So that's what we want to do, man. Make your Monday magical, man. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And even if you don't get to have a magical Monday, man, there's positive in it. But even if you don't get it right today, we'll try it again tomorrow. Try again Tuesday. We're going to try. Hey, man, find something positive today in your life, man. It's there. Remember that you're worth it. You're important. Thank you, Dorothy. You're worth it. You're important. You are worth it, man. You are God's masterpiece and one of one. He made you. He took time to make you just as you are, man. And even though you can make little slight improvements, man, you're doing great. You're doing great. Just because you made it another day. Like the old men say, another day above ground. Day above ground beats the alternative. And y'all did it. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. We'll be back again tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all start telling people to watch the show, man. We go over these great topics sometimes. Sometimes it's just a bunch of foolishness, but every now and again, we have great topics. We have a good time, and we do what we do. I'll see y'all on the flip side, man. See you on the other side of the war. God willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be back tomorrow to try to do this again, just a little bit better than I was today. I love y'all, man. I'm out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you back play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Yeah. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started